guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I say this every time because I'm so inconsistent with everything with my YouTube, but it's been a while and I apologize. But I had another video scheduled, but it just didn't feel right to upload a video like out of nowhere and not explain like where I've been or like what I've been doing with my life or anything like that. So I thought I'd post like a quick little video if you guys had any questions or anything like that, just because, I don't know, I feel more comfortable doing it that way. I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but it's been so long that I don't want you guys to forget like who I am or anything like that. And I think the last time I posted like a life update, it was a long time ago, probably over a year ago, and my life has changed so much in the past year, so I just feel like this would be a good place to start. Also, I'm sitting on the floor of my apartment right now, which probably isn't the best setup, but I just love natural lighting so much, and this is the best place to get natural lighting in my whole apartment, so I thought might as well just sit on the floor. So anyway, I asked you guys on Instagram, Twitter if you had any questions for me, so I will get into that. Before I get started, I guess I'll just give a little update if anyone cares. So I started school shortly after I posted my last video. I was in esthetician school and I just graduated, and it was the best like 3 to 4 months of my whole entire life. There's a fly in here. Seriously, I've never loved school ever. I dreaded going, even when it was college and everything like that. Hold on, my dog is getting into trouble. So anyway, I always dreaded school, and that's how I knew this is what I was supposed to be doing, because I loved it every single day. I was and am so close to everyone that was in my class with me and my teacher and all that, and it was just the most amazing experience. It's funny because I got a lot of questions about, well, what made you go to makeup school? And I went into esthetician school just wanting to do makeup, and I was like, you know, it's just like a few months, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna suck it up just so I can do makeup, because in certain states like Florida, you do have to have some sort of cosmetology license to practice makeup, which I think is a little ridiculous because you can be talented without being certified in it at all. But so I went into it with that mindset, and I came out loving skincare and loving facials and tinting and waxing and I just loved it all. When I was getting done with school, I started planning on opening up my own business and really just like working my butt off and doing it that way. And I even announced it on social media. I came up with a name for it and everything, and I was this close to signing my lease. I looked at a few places. I mean, the lease was in my email, and then I got an offer from my teacher from my esthetician school to basically work. She would run out a place for me, and I would work under her name, and she would teach me all the advanced aesthetics kind of things. So all the different machinery, all different kinds of chemical peels, and really the more, I guess you'd say, medical side of it, because a lot of this stuff is in medical spas that she's gonna teach me and has been teaching me since I got out of school. So I was like, okay, and only an idiot would pass up that kind of opportunity. So I know I'm kind of going off, but I'm just telling you guys where I've been and what I've been doing, because a lot of you asked about my business. And so basically I am still gonna be working for myself because, you know, it's my money, my clients, stuff like that, but I'm just working under her name. But anyway, I didn't want to start working somewhere else and talking about that and then people thinking I like faked having my own business or something like that, because I feel like people would think that. But that's coming on later down the road, but I just want to get as much education as possible. And I'm just super excited. I'm not starting until January, so I've had a little bit of time off, but I also still work as a nanny and like / personal assistant. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I graduated esthetician school, and I love skincare, so I'm gonna have a lot of videos on that. And while I've been gone, I really struggled with acne, and so that's the video I was gonna do, but that's gonna come out soon. That's gonna come out next. So anyway, that's been my life for the past like 4 or 5 months now, and I've loved it, and I do lashes now, I do everything, and it's super exciting. So if you guys want to, you can follow my Instagram for my beauty page. It's called 3L Beauty Studio. I'll link it down below, and that's where I post my makeup, my lashes, everything that I do on people. So anyway, that was a lot of rambling for stuff that people probably don't care about. But anyway, now I'll get into the questions that everyone asked me. I asked on Twitter and Instagram. So I guess we'll start with Twitter first. Okay, also I apologize in advance. I decided to do this video last minute as like another add-on because I was preparing to do another one. So I didn't leave these questions up for a lot of time. So if you guys didn't get a chance to ask, I'll obviously do this again. So let's just get started. Okay. With the new year coming around, what are your personal goals, especially now that you started your own business? So in 2020, I really, my goal is just to work my butt off and like establish myself in my community and really get my name out there, so I can get a lot of clients and stuff like that. And I want to learn a lot, and that's really what my focus is. I really just want to put this whole year into trying to be successful for my business. So thank you for asking, Madison. When are you going to post that one video where you hurt your finger? What do you think of eyeliner brands and styles and things? So in April, I had tried filming a video. I think it was a Q&A, and I hurt my finger in it. I think I posted a little clip on Twitter. That's why she was asking. But that's not coming out because it ended up being a disaster. And this has been my problem with like starting up YouTube again, is I'll film videos and I'll get excited, and then I'll go to edit it and I'm like, gosh, this really just isn't up to par, or I'm awkward in it. I don't know. I think I have very high standards for myself too, so I get really frustrated. And then I get a couple questions like, how's your makeup business going? How's your makeup Instagram going? And like I said, you guys can follow it. It's a little slow to start off just because I've had so much time off, and like I've done like a lot of family and friends, but the business is really, it's like starting to pick up. I'm starting to get clients like on the side from when I'm gonna actually start in a spa. And so yeah, just keep an eye out for that. Okay, so this one is, if it's okay to ask, how are you mentally? By the way, love you, hope you're doing well. Thank you, and that's really sweet to ask, and of course it's okay. I think people should be super open about that, and yeah. So I don't think I've ever talked about this on YouTube, but I've been good for about a year now, but before that I had horrible anxiety, like crippling anxiety, and for like 2 years, and I never posted about it. I never talked about it. You couldn't tell from my videos, you couldn't tell from my social medias and things like that, just because I was so ashamed of it, which is dumb looking back on it now. But I mean, I didn't even drive for like 2 years, and it took a toll on friendships, on relationships with family, things like that. And so about a year ago, I was like, okay, I'm over this. Like, I thought I would just wake up one day and it would be gone, and that's just not how it works. And so you have to put a lot of work into it. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. You have to put yourself in better environments where you just feel better mentally, and you're surrounded by people that love you and care about you and really want the best, and don't want to just see you sitting around all day, like not doing anything with your life. And so if you guys want, I can make a whole video on that, just because I want to be open and I want to help people and be vulnerable. And I never, like I said, I never talked about it just because I was so ashamed, which, you know, I'm sure people can relate. When you're in that situation, you want everyone to think you're okay and good, but like everyone in your personal life knows like you're just like BSing it basically. So yeah, but I really a year ago said enough is enough, and I decided to work on myself and see a therapist, and I've been seeing her for almost a year, well actually over a year now, and I'm so glad. It is the best decision I've ever made. It's not only helped me with my anxiety, but just like made me a better person overall. So anyway, so yes, I'm doing amazing, better than I have in years and years and years and years, and I'm just so glad. So thank you. That's the short answer for that question. Someone else asked along the lines of that last question, which is, are you happy? And yes, I am. I'm so happy, and it's not like it's not like that like glee whatever, but it's just like sometimes I sit back and I think, oh my gosh, I'm just so happy with where my life is. Right, Macy? And I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't think happy people sit around and talk about how happy they are all the time, but I am, so I'm glad. And it's really funny too, because I've had people reach out to me who I haven't talked to in years, and they're like, you just look like you're so happy. Like, I'm so happy for you. You're just glowing. And it just comes out of nowhere, but it's so different because I think people could see a change in me, which is awesome. Someone said, are you moving somewhere else? So right now I live about 45 minutes to an hour away from my parents, which is where I grew up and where I lived my whole life. And this area, I'm only here because of my boyfriend and because of his job, but we're moving soon closer back that way towards my family, just because I still work over there and it's a really long drive, and now he works about an hour away from our apartment, so it's just better for us if we move back over there. So I was living somewhere else, but also I moved here also because of school. This is where my school was. So anyway, what do you do during your free time? That's a good question. I have a lot of free time now, which I still work, but just more than I'm going to have and that I had when I was in school. And I just like don't know what to do with myself. So a lot of the time after work, I like go over to my mom, or I take my dog on long walks. And that's about it. Like, I'm a weirdo who likes cleaning, so I clean a lot. Well, not as much as I should, but I feel like my apartment's still a mess, but I clean as much as I can. How long have you and your boyfriend dated? I'm gonna try to get him to do a video with me soon, which he wants to, but we've been dating for almost a year now, which is crazy because like when I think about it, I feel like we just went out on our first date and started dating, but in like this year, so much has happened and we've been through a lot, so at the same time it feels like it's been way longer. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I'm gonna bore you guys with today. I'm sure you'll have more questions after seeing this than the questions you had for me after being gone for like since July. If you guys have any video ideas or suggestions, anything you want to see, I do have a good amount in mind, and I promise you I'm going to try my best to be consistent with this. I really am. So hold me to it, please. Thank you guys for watching and for still supporting me, and I will see you next time. Bye.